So you have a moment to take some time and take stock of what's going on.
Echo
Obviously,
is pulling
I,
the gag out of their mouth.
yes, I'm gonna kneel down to Echo because I'm technically the party healer. So I'm gonna be like, I am literally the party healer, which is hilarious.
healing's overrated.
Accurate.
I don't know. I'd have to say, when you've got your guts kind of hanging out, healing's kind of a nice thing. But yes, so I'm gonna lean down and hopefully Echo speaks Common because I don't speak Goblin. It is not one of the languages I took. But hello.
Oh, hi there. Right? Oh my gosh. It was so nice to see y'all on this hallway. This is Thankaleria. Hi, I'm hurt? Echo. No, I'm fine. I got out of the webs, and he like starts dusting the little bits of webs out of stuff before they really got around to trying to chew on me.
Barnabas, please put away the axe.
What?
I have not even looked at Barnabas.
He reluctantly puts the battle axe back in its holster.
You're Echo. Hello.
I'm Echo. Hi.
I'm Calder.
Hi, Calder.
I'm Clarion. Hyacinth.
Our stout drink of water back there is Barnabas, and over here, in the kobold here is Meepo.
Meepo truly immediately, like Meepo kind of hides behind Clarion and kind of peeks at Echo, and like, you goblin, why you here? He looks kind of suspicious at first.
There's not going to be an issue here, is there?
Where's Calgrit? Where is she? Where's
I don't know who that is. Oh, a dragon? If you're looking for a dragon, I heard something snarling when they were shoving me in a bag and throwing me in the spider room. So I could possibly... Let's start from the beginning.
Back that up. There's a spider room.
Meepo's demeanor immediately changes, by the way. Meepo immediately goes from suspicious to hopeful. Like, in a second.
Let me explain real quick. Although I was born in the Citadel, I have not been in the Citadel for a decade, so whatever my brethren here have been getting up to lately, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I wasn't trying to come back to the Citadel, I just got a little too close. My name is Echo, although you might know me better as Encore, from the Starry Skies Performance Troupe Extraordinaire of the Greater Neverwinter Circus Consortium.
Will I have heard of Echo?
I will let each of you decide that for yourselves.
Oh, come on.
Well, as a performer, will I have heard of
I will let each of you decide that for yourselves.
Had all of those
I would say yes. Now,
Goblin
let me
exactly
do something
common.
really silly. I would like to... is there any way I can roll against myself to see exactly how much of a fanboy I am?
So, real quick.
Go ahead.
Echo isn't a front, isn't the titular performer. They're part of a troupe. So you probably have heard of the troupe, maybe not Echo.
Okay. Which would explain why you don't seem, I would have heard of the troupe. But I'm definitely here for good,
Entertainment.
I'm like, really?
Isn't that the truth?
What are you doing back here? Aren't you supposed to be performing this season?
Barnabas looks.
What did Jeff say?
Isn't that the troupe that had that massive accident last year?
Oh, yeah, no. So turns out fire and grass skirts don't mix. We took a season off.
I think I have heard of you. And it was very and from what I hear, the catastrophe was quite breathtaking until people realized it wasn't a show anymore.
Barnabas looks at the goblin and then looks at all of you and then looks at the goblin and then looks back at all of you and just shrugs and kind of shakes his head and goes, "I'm gonna go make a safe camp in case y'all get yourselves hurt."
That was Barnabas. Barnabas has.
He starts walking out towards the front or towards the entrance to the Citadel.
It was lovely to meet you.
It was Barnabas's keen instincts and judgment of character that assured us that you were not an immediate threat.
I do appreciate that.
I say retconning the axe throw to being deliberate.
No, believe me, I understand. Fuck the goblins of the Sunless Citadel.
Well, funny you say
or don't.
Yeah,
funny you
that
should say
too.
that though. We might have questions as a repayment for helping you.
Oh, yes, totally. Actually, hold on a second. My bag and weapons are still caught up in some spider webs, so I'm going to creep around the corner and see if I can get all my possessions back. But yeah,
I will accompany you.
Like I said, I grew up here. It's been a while, but I remember my way around.
Okay.
It's better than what we've got. So yeah. I think we've got somebody who can get us through here.
So
that's always good.
As a quick reminder, since we had our first big burst of action there, we are in a hallway that is more or less covered in spider webs, old and new, and a lot of dust. On the ground, you see, as I said before, there's a couple of goblinoid footprints, and there are some humanoid footprints leading north. The goblinoid footprints pretty clearly turned around and came back. And then the human footprints, if you want to know more about that, I'll need a survival check from somebody.
I'm going to roll that.
Go for it.
I'm just going to follow follow Echo, presumably, to the spider room to glance inside of it. So that,
go ahead and
I'm going to get my knife.
Yeah, go ahead and move yourselves down the map. The one that he came from is the center one on the left. And then, there was another thing really quick. You're going there. Good. And these rooms are even more like, what was her name? Shelob's lair?
Shelob.
Shelob, thank you. It's been a long time. Shelob, it's very Shelob's lair in here. Like the webbing in the room is difficult terrain. But you do notice that there are remains of other creatures, mostly goblin and kobold, among the webs.
Oops, sorry.
I will be.
One last thing, because Hyacinth did successfully roll that survival check. You notice that 4 sets of humanoid footprints go to the north, and only 3 return.
Because I have real good dark vision, what do I see north of our position?
Yes, you see, so north of your position, you see another fountain that is very similar to the one that you saw down in the southern room. And the fountain has a very, very slight, you wouldn't notice it if you didn't have your dark vision glow about it. And lots more spider webs. Sorry, I can't call right now. Walking into spider webs.
I will be using the mage hand ahead of me, just sort of like, that thing you do with like a stick to just like gather up like brooms to like brush up like cobwebs and the like.
Yes.
I'm doing that with my invisible spectral hand until I'm carrying about 10 pounds worth of spider webs.
Yes, no problem. So yes, the spectral hand's kind of sweeping back and forth, sort of getting the spider webs out of the way. Is it disrupting the footprints?
No, I'm gonna be like just the ones that are like at about like knee level up are the ones getting swept up.
Gotcha. Echo, you are able to find your equipment buried within the area. I will also roll randomly for a little bit more treasure that you find in the area. One moment. That's the wrong one.
Treasure.
Oh, there might be stuff.
It's a gem. There you go. You find it says rat treasure because these used to be rats, but they're not rats anymore.
Didn't you just roll? You just rolled a D1.
Yes, it was the D1. It's weird the way it's programmed. This is all from the module. Anyway, the D1 then leads to another D20 being rolled. It's weird. Anyway, so yes, you managed to get that, and you managed to find a small gem sort of hidden among the spider webs as well that belongs to some other, less fortunate than you, spider meal.
I pocket it, put on the big backpack, come out holding a spear. I got all my stuff.
Is this like a spear, like a I'm gonna poke you spear, or is it like one of the ones that's a slashing weapon? What kind of weapon is this?
God,
Ooh,
Wuxdaw's not the right thing, but like those Chinese competition spears that are all whippy and stuff and have like a flag kind of near the blade.
I love monks.
Nice.
Monks are underrated.
Yes.
They're overrated, first of all.
Well, yeah. Where are my manners? I've introduced myself and why I'm here. Why are you guys here?
Various reasons at this point.
Mainly helping out Meepo so that we can also be helped out.
Technically, some acquaintances went missing in the general area, and we're trying to find them.
Yes.
And along the way, we have acquired a couple of other incidental things that people will pay us for.
And also, we are trying to get a small white dragon back.
That would be one of the things.
I did hear snarling when they had me bound and gagged and blindfolded, so I can tell you that at least 3 hours ago it was alive.
So they just captured you because you wandered too close to home and just decided to execute you?
Oh, well, and Echo, like, taps his nose, and you can see there's a really ornate nose ring. Like, he has a billion piercings, but he's like, and then he figures out that none of you know what it means.
So question to the DM. I have thieves' cant.
Yes, you do.
Would I get information from that?
That's in this case, no. This is a cultural thing.
This is like clown sign instead.
No, it's a goblin cultural thing that I don't think anybody would have the history for.
Probably not.
By all means, go on.
Oh, I'm kind of the rightful ruler of this place, but you know, when your father gets killed by a coup, life plans tend to go out the window.
Was your family overthrown by a particularly unpleasant man with a giant toad?
Fuck that guy.
Oh, we're going to get along just fine.
Meepo is kind of sniffing around, by the way, while you're all talking. Meepo's kind of sniffing around the first room here. Barnabas is gone, so I'll go ahead and remove that token.
Okay.
And he's kind of just sniffing around this first room over here.
Find something interesting there?
Writing on fountain. Probably nothing. And he kind of starts trotting back toward you.
I gotta go look at that now. Thanks. So my insatiable curiosity says that I need to go see what's on that.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow everybody else. Oh my gosh.
Meepo seems perplexed that you are investigating a thing that he that he doesn't seem to think is a big deal. He's like, oh well, okay.
Can you read it?
Written in?
It's written in Draconic.
Meepo, can you read this?
He kind of shuffles forward and he looks at it, and he squints and he rubs it. He rubs some of the cobwebs off of it, and he squints and he nods and he speaks a few words in Draconic, and then jumps back as the fountain begins to sort of bubble. And out of the mouth of the diving dragon, a red liquid begins to sort of seep out and begin to fill the basin. And Meepo, sort of gets behind Calder and like looks around Calder and goes, "Meepo, sorry, Meepo didn't mean to."
It's okay. It's okay.
What does the word
I'm gonna touch the liquid.
It's say, "Let there be fire." The liquid does not harm you in any way when you touch it. It's a lukewarm liquid.
Does it have a smell?
Wait, hold on. Calder, what was that?
I'm going to attempt to cast Shape Water to see if it's A, magical, and B, water.
Great idea. Shape Water does not work. Jen, what was that?
Does it have a smell?
It smells spicy.
It's probably some sort of accelerant.
Yeah, I'm just going to taste it.
Excellent.
That's a fair way of trying to figure things out.
I did just say it's probably an accelerant or a fuel.
So you taste it.
We die like men.
And you get a kind of a rumble in your stomach, and then, like in The Mask, you belch and a small fire comes out. Leading you to the conclusion that this is likely a potion of fire breath.
So that was freaking cool.
Who has fountains of fire breath?
I do not care, but this is freaking amazing.
I pull out my water skin and I start chugging what's left in there.
Before you do that, I'll hold up a hand. Stop. In my inventory, I have 10 flasks of oil. I'll gladly dump out like one for each of us, and we can refill. Just fill with this stuff.
It'll probably taste pretty bad, but it could work.
Yeah,
what kind of oil was that? Because it's probably not going to dump out very well.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, no, you see, that's just not something I should be hearing from magic user.
I will say that you are able to harvest 2 doses from the basin.
So two vial, two flasks, not 5.
Yeah. I should probably link that in chat.
I would love that.
One moment.
There were Calder will produce this pack, open it up, produce there's several clinking of several tightly packed bottles together, and he'll look up at the people who are eyebrows raised from his party members. What?
I've put the parcel in chat, so go ahead and either drag it to your team inventory or to an individual. I don't care who takes it.
I'm currently trying to put that in the party sheet, but it's giving me issues.
Echo, from where you are standing, you feel a noticeable. Which direction are you facing at the moment?
Mostly towards the fountain, watching them do the thing.
So you feel a little bit cold. From behind you, you feel a little bit cold. It's not intense. It's not a draft. It's not like a wind, but it's just a for a moment you're like, wait, is it cold in here? Which is weird because it's an underground citadel. It's always the same temperature, but you definitely feel something a little bit prickling the back of your neck.
Prickling the back of my neck. I've got a pretty good wisdom score. I register that. I remember how even when I was living here, the temperature didn't change much, and I just kind of had this moment of, hey, Meepo, was it?
Meepo, yes.
What color of dragon did you lose?
Dragon white.
So, like ice, like cold, right?
Mm-hmm. Not with harness, but. Mm-hmm.
Come over here. Tell me if you feel the difference between, and I start stepping from one part of the room to another and be like, anyone else notice this?
As you're stepping around, you are able, without needing anybody else, you're able to pinpoint very easily that right next to that door to the west, when you're standing right next to it, it is at least 5 degrees colder than the rest of the area around. But it doesn't look like a door that has been opened recently. In fact, there is script on it in common when you look a little bit more closely. The door. Let's start with religion checks for anyone who wants to see what the door is about. Anybody who feels like making a religion check can go ahead and do so.
Wow.
Today's gonna be a fun day, y'all.
You were pretty much the atheist of your family, right?
I've recently
No, I think
actually.
I'm the atheist of this group.
That was a truly impressive level of failure. So that said, a crypt door when you see one.
I don't even have a religion check.
You don't know who or why or where or when or anything that might be useful, but you know a crypt door when you see one. This does not feel like the ice of a dragon. This feels like the ice of death. And the wording on the door says, and I'll put this in chat as well, I'll not unbar for key nor axe. You must provide what this crypt lacks. I'm putting it in the channel.
Dead body.
I mean, well, if it's one thing, right? If it's one thing a crypt has, it's going to be a dead body, right? I mean, there's a lot of things crypts don't have: music, party, alcohol, probably fire, snow. That's a lot of stuff, right? That's a bad riddle.
Yeah, but what if it? I mean, I would think that it would be life, because the crypt is to hold death. Like seriously.
Well, I've never been in this part of the Citadel before. When I lived here, we avoided the spider hallway. So
I come up to the door.
So when you go up to the door, again, it is noticeably colder, like by several degrees, closer to the door than it is further away from the door. And I'll go ahead and switch back over to the table so that folks can actually see.
How interested are we in getting through this door? I'm asking you guys in character as a group.
It sounded to me like you all had a lot on your plates already. I don't know if we want to add crypt diving to the list.
I'm not terribly inclined to open this if it's not going to further any of our existent problems. Here's a good question. Where do we said that the humanoid tracks went north, turned around. Where did the goblinoid tracks go?
So if you move yourself a little bit further north, and actually I'll do that for you. There is a door off to the west up there.
Mm-hmm.
That door is where the goblin tracks both come from and go to. And in fact, Echo, you seem to recall being bundled up over the shoulders of a couple of goblins whose feet look an awful lot like those.
Ah, that's probably where they dragged me in from.
In that case, then I believe that we will attempt to move through that egress.
Oh man, nobody's interested in the cold door of death.
As much as the cold door seems like fun, it will still be here on the way back.
And also, as a reminder, the humanoid footprints continue further to the north and come back from there. They do not go into the left. Only the goblin tracks go that way. The humanoid tracks go straight to the north and then straight back down to the south.
And as far as we can tell, there were either 3 people that went straight north and back with leaving one behind, or one person went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back.
No, you are positive that 4 people went up and 3 people returned.
All right.
So you said you were looking for people who came into the Citadel and didn't come back out again. How
Specifically
long
the
ago was
humanoids.
that?
Like 2 weeks. Checking my notes. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Are
2
you
weeks.
prepared to find corpses? Because 2 weeks is
Yeah.
a long
Yeah,
time. to be lost in
Unfortunately, yes, we
Citadel.
are.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we are entirely sure of the fact that that is a possibility.
All right.
And as a side note, if there are bodies, you are contracted to find their signet rings.
Yes.
So talk to me, friends. What are we doing?
So we have two options. We can continue to chase the dragon, which is important, at least part of our current quest options, or we can go north to see if we can actually find the party that we have been sent to look for. So I am okay with either, but we have Meepo here who is quite distraught.
Meepo's actually pretty calm at this point. After the combat, he has grown a lot less. What's the word? Skittish. He seems. I mean, he did crit a spider in the face, so he's feeling a little bit more. He's feeling a little bit more, comfortable in himself.
Or Meepo, who will be distraught if the dragon is no more.
Well, I heard something snarling when they were tying me up. So if that was the dragon, then we've only got a few hours since the last time somebody confirmed it was alive.
Goblins.
Your friends, on the other hand.
Goblins maybe not kill Kelcrix. Maybe goblins try tame. Meepo not know.
I don't know. I don't know what kind
There's
of weird
very few
bullshit
reasons
they've
to take
gotten
a
up
thing
to.
like that alive, but they are serving another master at the moment.
Can I listen at the door?
You totally can.
All right, and then I say, everybody shh for a minute and let me listen. And, I get closer to the door, obviously.
Give me that sweet perception check, goodness.
Sweet perception check, goodness. While my breathing gets all crap because I didn't realize my husband was accidentally had something burn on the stove.
Oof.
And I'm like, why am I seizing up?
Okay. So with a 14 perception, no, you don't hear anything on the other side of the door. It seems like you are good. And as you actually get close to it, you find that this door is actually not very, it's sturdy, but it's not like super solid. Like the planks don't fit together perfectly right. So you can actually kind of see through it. And in fact, you can see that it's barred on the other side, but you can also see like there's enough of a gap between the door and the wall that like a stick could probably be used to lift that bar. But the room, the room further beyond is completely dark.
I could kind of take my dagger and push it into the hole and push up thing, maybe.
Yeah, it's a pretty hefty bar, but you could get it in there and like, lift the bar. Yeah, it's definitely a thing you could do.
The torch that's a little bit further down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
The one that like the spider webs are not being burned by.
Yes.
Can I pry it off the wall?
It is right on the left next to the first door there. So go ahead and move yourself up.
That's the only place I can put it.
I would like to attempt to remove it from the wall.
You got it. Okay, yeah, you grab it, you remove it from the wall, you fall into a pit trap.
Nice!
Oh my god, what?
I'm going to go ahead and deal a d6 worth of damage.
Fantastic.
How big is the pit?
This is going to end up being more embarrassing than anything. It's only a 5-foot wide pit trap. You fall 10 feet. With the torch in hand, you've got it. And
Fantastic.
You hit the ground. And because you only take 1 damage, and go ahead and apply that to yourself, please. Because you only take 1 damage, I'm not even going to say that you land prone. Like, you fall, and it's like, crung, lever! But you do manage to land on your feet.
it deep?
Calder is like the first, like, well, is probably
Here,
the
I'll
second.
start keeping them in here.
How bonkers fast
I
monks
got
are.
it.
It's 10 feet deep. There are no spikes on the bottom.
Fantastic.
You're more embarrassed than anything, I think.
Lean over. You okay?
Typical. I should have known.
I will start.
Hyacinth, did you fall in a trap again?
I will detach the rope from my pack and start lowering it.
It has been some time since this has happened. We do not need to keep bringing that specific situation up.
I will never not keep bringing that specific situation up, especially since now I have extra proof.
Write a poem about it and I'll listen to it at least once.
Poem nothing. I'm going to make this a song.
As a side
better.
note, Hyacinth, the walls are completely smooth, so you are going to have to rely on the rope to get up. Like, if you try to get out yourself, you're like... But, I mean, it's
a 10 foot by 10?
No, it's 5 by 5. Very, very small. It is literally just the square underneath the torch.
I could walk up it, though. But yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'm sorry. No, it is 10 feet deep. Yes.
I'll send my mage hand down to, like, take the torch so that Hyacinth can use both hands.
No problem. If you want to mark a continual flame torch on somebody's sheet, that would be fantastic.
My intent is just to give it back to Hyacinth.
I'll put it on mine.
Totally. So
it was worth it.
It's just a stick with continual flame cast on it. It doesn't make any heat, and it'll never run out.
Can I like study it for a little bit to try and determine is there's like any like, so it's just a normal torch. There's no like insignia or any like signs of a person who cast it.
Just a stick.
Okay.
Yeah. Stick with continual flame.
Okay. Cool.
Then yes, I will climb out. Do you need a roll for that, or is this
No.
and then you climb out?
No, and then you climb out.
Are you hurt?
I'm not hurt. I am perfectly fine, and it's
You
okay.
Sure?
I
I
lean
don't
over to
feel
Calder.
particularly extra wounded. Yes, maybe I bumped my head, but it's just my head.
This may or may
Calder.
not have happened before.
Oh, okay. Is this it? This is a thing?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right, we'll help Hyacinth up and out of the trap.
Okay. Hyacinth is up and out of the trap. Now what?
Is the hole gonna stay there the whole time?
It closes back up when you get out.
Huh.
I will.
But since I'll say this: since there's nothing in the wall sconce, it doesn't hold weight now. Like if you push down on it, it opens.
I will very lightly touch the like the plate where it is and activate my and this will be Echo's first time seeing it. I will draw my finger down across the stones and make a very obvious ink of an X on the stone.
A psychonthrope. I believe it's a backstory event. I think we're just yes-anding.
That's a backstory event.
Are you bleeding? Is that blood you're smearing on the ground?
No, it's ink. Don't worry about it.
While Calder is drawing this is a trap thing in his magic ink and stuff, I'm also going to put down a basic normal human chalk line.
Do not step here.
No.
No problem.
Spiders fine, humans nah.
The universal sign of "Do not step on me, dumbass."
Safety fist.
All right. So with that, us being the civic-minded adventurers that we are, shall we attempt to move on?
I thought we were going to go into this door. I just unlocked it for you guys.
Thank you so much.
I was entirely for that. I figured since it's dark in that room, maybe we should get some light. I got a light. I happened to fall at the same time.
What do I see?
So this is
the light.
Beautifully empty chamber. Here, this empty chamber is home only to crumbled flagstones, stains, and some smells that you probably don't want to think about.
And what looks like a door.
Familiar?
And what looks like a door to the north. You're starting to get that smell of goblin. You know, goblins tend to have a very distinct odor about their lairs. It's a lot of refuse and goblin wine and body odor. They're not exactly hygienic. They don't exactly cook their food all the way through. At least this clan doesn't. Some goblins are. So yes, and Meepo will of course sort of come along. To the north, you see a door which is closed.
Yes. Do the footprints that we saw going in here lead to the door?
There are no footprints in this area because it is not as dusty as the hallway.
Do we hear anything?
Good question. That sounds like a perception check, please, because it's a maybe yes, maybe no.
Okay.
Is that from everyone or just from a specific?
Anybody who is specifically looking to hear what's going on ahead.
I would like to listen with my perception.
Hey, there you go.
It almost was a nat 20.
That was
teasing me.
Oh, there's a natural 20.
We've had a nat 20 and we've had a nat 1, both from players at this point.
Amazing. I love this game so much. I don't have a sound for a natural 20 on a non-attack, but yes, that happened. Okay. So yes, and in fact, with that natural 20, I will say that you can hear that there are two goblins arguing over some nonsense somewhere far, not like next to the door, but somewhere sort of to the north of the door. You hear two goblins. They seem to be bickering. Does anyone speak Goblin? Except for the Goblin?
Wait, does the Goblin?
The Goblin speaks Goblin.
They are arguing over some sort of dice game where one is accusing the other of cheating.
Do they sound like the mofos that tied me up and threw me to the spiders?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, they probably watched and laughed while it happened.
I'm going to turn to. So does Echo tell us what's happening?
Yeah, Echo listens. You can see Echo's giant ears twitching back and forth as they're listening. Goes, okay.
Nice one, Nathaniel.
There's two up ahead.
Can you tell me a mortal insult in Goblinese?
Well, I mean, what kind of route do you want to go?
The sort of thing that once you say, you can never take back, and someone will definitely try and kill you for saying it.
I mean, usually just saying I'm gonna kill you means that they're gonna try to kill you. But you could say, and I rattle off a phrase in Goblin.
Like something of appropriate insulting caliber.
Yeah, I rattle off a phrase, and I work you through the pronunciation.
Why do you want to insult them?
I want to open the door crack and see if I can see them.